Welcome to my online class. My name is Juberia, and in this session we will be doing some practice questions for laws of addition and multiplication. Let's start. In this practice question, we have to fill in these boxes with either plus, minus, or multiplication sign. Okay? So the first question is 6 blank 4 is equals to 4 some sign. It should be either plus, minus, or multiplication sign. 6 is equals to 24. Here you need to enter the correct mathematical operation. What operation needs to be performed between 6 and 4 or 4 and 6 so that you get 24? Let's start by performing addition of 6 and 4 and 6 to check and see if the result is 24 or not. So the first thing is we'll add 6 and 4. If you add 6 and 4, the answer is 10, which is not equal to 24. Okay? That means you cannot perform addition. Now let's try subtraction. If you subtract 6 and 4, you get 2. Okay? 2 is not equal to 24. Hence, you cannot perform subtraction. Now we will check multiplication. Let's multiply 6 with 4. 6 times 4 is 24. This number 24 matches this answer. Okay? Now let's multiply 4 and 6. 24. So 24 is equals to this. So here in the box we will write 6 times 4. 4 times 6 is equals to 24. Okay? Now let's look at the next example. So the second example is 23, some mathematical operation, and then 11 is equals to 11, some mathematical operation, and 23. And whatever operation you perform between 23 and 11, you will get 34 as the result. Okay? So let's start with addition. So first perform addition between 23 and 11. So 23 plus 11, 3 plus 1 is 4 and 2 plus 1 is 3 is 34. So 23 plus 11 is equals to 34. This matches with the value here. Alright? Now we will do 11 plus 23. So let's do 11 plus 23. So again, we will write it in vertical form. 11, 23, added. 1 plus 3 is equals to 4. 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. So again, 11 plus 23 is equals to 34. So this is equal to the value here. Mathematical operation that we will write here is plus. So 23 plus 11 and 11 plus 23 is equals to 34. Now let's look at the third question. The next question that we have is 107, some mathematical operation 33 is equals to 33, some mathematical operation, and 107 is equals to 140. Now you have to find out which mathematical operation will be used from this, or this so that you get 140 as the answer. So let's start by performing addition first. So 107 plus 33. So let's add these two numbers, write it in vertical form. So this is units, tens, hundreds. So we'll write place values, hundreds, tens, units. 107 and 33. 7 plus 3 is 10. So 0, 1. Then 1 plus 0 is 1. And 1 plus 3 is 4. And then you have 1 here. So 1 will be written here. 140. So that means when you add 107 and 33, you will get 140. This is 140 and this is 140. Alright, now let's add 33 and 107. So here you will add 33 plus 107. So this is units, tens and hundreds. Units, tens. Since there is no 100, you will put a 0 here. Then this will be 100. Again, write it in vertical form. 33 plus 107 . 3 plus 7 is 10. So you write 0 here and 1 is carried. 1 plus 3 is 4 and 4 plus 0 is 4. So you will write 4 here and then you have 0 plus 1 is 1. You got 140. Now you can see that 33 plus 107 is also 140. This is the same as this. The mathematical operation that will be used here is plus. This will also be plus. Let's look at another example. Here we have 6, some mathematical operation, 15, 15, some mathematical operation, 6 is equals to 90. Let's start by performing addition and see if 15 plus 6 is equals to 90 or not. We will add 15 and 6. So 15 plus 6 is equals to 5 plus 6 is equals to 11. So 1 will be written here and 1 will be carried here. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. So 15 plus 6 is 21. You can see that 21 is not equal to 90. You cannot perform addition to obtain 90. We'll now move on to subtraction. So this is first option. The second option is subtraction. So if you subtract 15 and 6 by using this, here if I do 15 minus 6, then what will I get? 15 minus 6 is equals to 9. Okay? Here you can see that 9 is not equal to 90. That means you cannot subtract 15 and 6 to get 90. Alright? Also remember that whenever you subtract two numbers, the result is always less than the larger number. Okay? Always remember that. You can also tell by looking at this problem that if you subtract 15 and 6, the result of subtraction of these two numbers will be less than 15. You cannot perform subtraction to obtain 90. Alright, now let's perform multiplication of 15 and 6. You will first mark place values. This is units, this is units, this is tens. So here we will have 15. Units, tens, and then 6. 6 times 5 is 30. So here 6 times 5 is 30. So this goes to the answer space and this will be carried. So this goes here, this will be carried here. Now 6 times 1 is 6 and then you will add this number. So 6 plus 3 is equals to 9. So this will be 90. 15 times 6 is 90. 90 is equals to 90 here. That means you will multiply 15 times 6 and then you will multiply 6 times 15 to get 90 as the answer. Write here multiply and multiply. Now let's move on to the fifth example. Now here you have 35 and 7. You will perform some mathematical operation on 35 and 7 to get a 3-digit number, that is 245. You can easily figure out that the mathematical operation that will be used here will be multiplication sign. How will you do that? If you see here, this is a 2-digit number and this is a 1-digit number. If you add a 1-digit number and a 2-digit number, then you will still get a 2-digit number. It will be somewhere close to 40. If we add 35 and 7, 7 plus 5 is 12. So 2 goes here, 1 goes here, and then 1 plus 3 is 4. So you see here that this is a 2-digit number, this is 42, close to 40, and this is 245. Alright? So this is a 2-digit number and this is a 3-digit number. Number 42 is much less than the number 245. So by looking at these two numbers, okay, you can easily see that you cannot apply addition to these two numbers to get 245. Now if you see subtraction, this is the subtraction. I told you in the previous example that whenever you subtract two numbers, for example, you subtract 35 and 7, the result of subtracting these two numbers will be less than the larger number. This is the larger number. 35 is larger than 7. Hence, the result will be less than 35. So you do not really have to check the subtraction of 35 and 7 and check and see if you will get 245. You will not get 245 because the result of subtraction will be less than 35. Alright? So you can easily cancel out plus, you can cancel out minus. The only thing that you are left with is multiply. And you can see that when you multiply numbers, the result is much larger. Okay? So it makes sense to have multiplication sign here and here. So if you multiply 35 and 7, you will get 245. We can also check this by multiplying these two numbers and check and see what we get as a result. Alright? So let's multiply 35 with 7. 7 times 5 is 35. So 5 goes here and 3 is carried here. Then you have 7 times 3 is equals to 21. And then you will add this number 3. So 21 plus 3 is equals to 24. So the answer is 245. Okay? So if you multiply 35 with 7, you will get 245, which is same as this value. Alright? So you will simply write multiplication sign here. Now let's look at the 6th example. So if you add 263 and 103, so you will mark place values, units, tens and hundreds, because they are 3-digit numbers. So 100, 10 unit, 263, 103. Then you will add it. So 3 plus 3 is 6. So you will write 6 here. Then again 6 plus 0 is 6. So you will have 6 here. Then you have 2 plus 1 is 3. So you can see that 263 plus 103 is equals to 366. And this perfectly matches with this number. Okay? So here you can write plus. And since if you add these two numbers, then obviously by commutative law, you can also add 103 and 263 to get 366. Okay? So first number plus the second number should be equal to the second number plus the first number. Okay? So we can write plus here.